Oh, what a day. What a few days, actually. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, boys and girls. How are we all doing today? Mm-hmm. Lovely, isn't it? Absolutely fantastic. That's exactly it. So I've had a mild rethink about how we should do this. You remember that last time we talked about the states themselves being like we're doing this in the Bronze Age, right? So if we're doing this in the Bronze Age, it really doesn't make a lot of sense for this to be quite so big. And so we're going to redraw a bunch of these. Um, yeah, but a bunch of these countries. They're simply too big as it stands right now. Yeah, as well. You can, and you indeed probably will, and you probably should blame it on me, as you always do. So, you know what? That's fine. That's fine. Blah 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 blah. It's not. It's not my fault. Actually, you know what? Bloody thing. Oh, oops. No, what was I going to say? I think instead of, is there no background music? I feel like there must be. I thought I played it. Excuse me. Hello. Why are you not playing? Bread. Bread, it's not even that late for me. It's much later for you, so why are you still up so late? Oh, let me see. I think we'll do it this way. Yeah, that's right, Bread. Go to bed, or I'll tell mommy to spank you. No, it's got nothing to do with me. These aren't my personal desires. No. Yeah, I'm sure you would enjoy that if I told her that, but no. You are terrible. I can't believe I call some of you friends. That's just like, why would you say that? Why would you say that about me? That's just mean. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Cute. Okay. Well, so yeah, yeah. Sorry, we did indeed get distracted. The point I was laboriously trying to get to is that we are going to do this in a slightly more in a small in a smaller direction. Yes, that's right. And essentially, the point would be that, like, given actually, take a look. How wide is this? This is still 1,500 kilometers. Ooh, I mean, 1,500 kilometers. How much is that? That's not too bad. But actually, for a Bronze Age empire, that's pretty bad. I'm Bread. Well, you're welcome to stay, but it is quite late for you, Bread. So, I think it's better for your health if you go to sleep. So we're going to have to read. Why don't we just start at the Iron Age? You know what? That's an excellent question. Why don't we just start at the Iron Age? Um, um. I mean, I can't really think of a reason why not, right? So, Yeah, maybe we should do that. Yeah. Red, we've talked about. What do you even mean? We've talked about where you were to begin with a while ago. Like that shouldn't be news. Oops. So this blue. Oh, actually, while I'm doing this, suddenly something suggests itself. Why do we have to? Why do we have to do like the whole border thing when we could just say for example just place their capitals, say like I place the capital here, right, and then I do this, and then I do this. Oh, Brett, of course I remember, don't be silly. Memory, one of the things that I do, oops, why wouldn't I remember? I know exactly where all of my viewers live, and right now, how many of you are online? And right now there are 750 of them, and so I know exactly what time, or like I know the general geographic location that they all are at, and so obviously I would know what time it is. And also for you, Bread, 1:45 in the morning. we're not turning this into a stream where I tell everyone the time where they are. That's just not right. Let's see. So that's that. I should actually put E here. It still makes sense to have sort of. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. So instead of having like those gigantic borders and stuff, instead what we'll do is we'll have like these lines denoting their fronts, like where one sphere of influence ends and another begins. It's generally, yeah, that's also, Brett, what do you mean? It's just a time zone conversion. At most you add or subtract 12 from wherever you are. It's not that difficult. Yeah, right. I like that idea too. And we'll use these little markers for cities. I think that makes it. I think that makes a lot more sense. Yeah. So for example, let me do one. So we'll have them all living along this inland sea, and so like for example, right? Like A might be clustered around here, a city here, or maybe a city here, and then their sphere of influence ends basically here, versus D, and if there are no cities in the background, it kind of like it projects out to the back, and it sort of like diminishes the further away you go. But since those lands are empty anyway, there is no real central administration that exists there. Yeah, exactly. And that's actually interestingly enough, that is essentially how it worked in antiquity, right? Like you would start with city states, and then as the city state expanded and took over more cities, etc., etc. This is pre Greek city states. Okay, um, we're talking like Babylon, the Hittites, and all of that, and so yeah, like the power would accumulate in a single city, and then that city would expand outwards, either conquer or confederate with other cities, and yeah, exactly. Yes, Brett. In my head, it is quite easy. I will admit that. Um, but I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. So that sort of reinforces the idea of this being the cradle of civilization, right? We did talk about that at one point, where Actually, we talked about it yesterday, not yesterday, Sunday. And so this is where humanity first, or this is where humanity was the longest. There are tribes that exist, and they sort of migrate in all sorts of different directions. And we've talked about the people that stand at the edge of this world and look down, blah blah, and the religion that comes into play. But that doesn't come into play until I think at least we reach sort of the equivalent of like the classical age. I'll press you to cut. It has really nothing to do with actual intelligence though, right? Because I know that your time zone is 6 hours away from mine. And so therefore I just look at my time and I add 6. And adding 6 should be trivial for most people. That's not to say I trust and that some of our classmates would consider it trivial, but that's unfortunately we just have to deal with it. So we'll do that. Oops, not like that. And then we do something like that. No, that's too long. So we'll start here, go to maybe like there. Right, so essentially this is saying that the territory of A, let's see how high this is. 533, right? Yeah. 533, that amounts to about 750 kilometers, and that does sound like, that sounds better. The is this purple really that ugly? Excuse me. The okay, we'll change it. What should we change this purple to? Maybe something like this. Yeah, that looks better. So we're going to edit, take it from that. Oh, you like that purple? Okay. Well, in that case, we'll keep it. Why not? I did tell you guys in the past, right? Like the moment that I opened this up to the public, that you so demanded that I do. The moment I open it up to the public will take precedence over you guys. That is just how this works, right? So you shouldn't be surprised that I'm not doing so. If you are, well, tough luck. That. No. Right, so these are essentially the frontiers of the city states. In their rear, it has not really been that explored because obviously population density wise, we're not seeing that like amazing growth yet, right? Because we're still sort of at the we've just really gotten deep into the agricultural revolution, and so we're still in the midst of trying to make that happen. I mean, you could. If you really, really wanted to, I'm sure you could complain to somebody. I'm absolutely certain of it. Yes. Here, one here. Should have turned these into layers. Yes. New layer from group. Does that work? Yeah. Imagine I have to redo all of these. That would be. I mean that is what we're going to end up having to do, but not now, not yet. Hmm. And I think for role playing sake, we're going to have something more interesting here in the north. It's going to be a theocratic dictatorship that has that has felt the need to start invading or being more acting more belligerent towards its neighbors, and so its neighbors A and B are definitely sort of in line. But like given that as our city state 1 is also directly in their sights, that makes it actually a little bit more dangerous. Yes. I can't believe I can't do a layer. Yeah, I'm gonna give them a bad review. That's usually how these things go, isn't it? Let's see. How long have we done this today? 60 minutes. Okay, we're halfway through. That's fine. That's fine. That's good. Don't worry. So all of these, we should do city state 1. What is this? This is theocracy. Gee, I like that. I like that a lot. Let's do that. And by that I mean, if you would give me time to explain, yes. Let's call it monarchy. Bear with me 1 second. Just getting it in there. Sometimes you just gotta get it in there, what is this? We'll call this an enlightened despot. Dictatorship. A. Yep. What is this? This is going to be a monarchy. B. We should call this a republican. Now, the word republican is not really good in this case. Let's call it oligarchic. City state 1. There we go. Okay. E monarchy. E. One more. Excellent. What will this one be? Right, I was thinking this would be a pseudo democracy. See, there we go. Okay, what do I mean by pseudo democracy? Well, if we remember from our history lessons, really and to me sadly, the universal suffrage has for the vast majority of human history referred to male non-slave of the dominant race, right? So it's like that in basically all classical democracies. Well, I mean, exactly Athens, right? And so before I make a fool of myself, let me just double check that that's true. Athens democracy male. I feel like it is male only. Direct adult male citizen over the age of 20. There we go. Yes. Good job, Brad. I'm happy for you. Yeah. So any male citizen. So and so by citizen, obviously you're not a you especially in the case of Athens, you're not from Sparta, and Yeah, exactly. It's you have to be a naturalized citizen, and I think I'm pretty sure that to be a citizen you have to be born in and around the city. Um, and so once you have that, you are able to vote if you are male, right? And so that's what I mean by pseudo democracy at this point, because um, because at this stage of human development, women's rights were seriously still curtailed, and that's a shame, right? Because there's there's so much more. There is an entire half of the species that's not contributing to the discussion. When it like when we know that a discussion is better when there are more, not more arguments, but when more people can think about it. What happened? No, why is it like this? Oh no, it's just the nature of the font. Yeah. And so C in this case is still a male only, but that's like that'll evolve, right? So 600, so that's what? That's 900 kilometers up top. Let's see. 900 kilometers. Actually, let me think. I'm going to just real quick look up some distances. Just so 900, because even 900 feels like it doesn't make a lot of sense. Distance from here to there. That's 400 kilometers. Okay. Yeah, this might still be a little bit ambitious, but we'll go with it. We'll go with it. Actually, hold on. Let me just measure the distances in modern day or in the Holy Land. Their measurements. I want to measure from Kuwait to, let's say, Antioch. Okay, that's 1,500. Ah, yeah, we could probably that. I mean, it is still a little bit of a exaggeration, but I think we can make this work. Yes, we'll say this is what classical age, something along those. Yeah, something along those lines. Oop. Oh, why would I just want to build something? I just want to draw something in here, man. Come on. Okay, there we go. And oops, red. And we just want to essentially draw a few. Excuse me. I completely messed that up. Yeah, it's all good. Don't worry about it. Life. No, life. So we're gonna do that here. What are you saying to me? Okay. Oh, and it's doing the 5. So let's do that. What if we do 1? Actually, 1, 2 look kind of funky, right? Like, this is essentially saying that's the nuclear center. Actually, no, I like this. I like this. Let's do this. Is this perfectly round? No, it isn't. Let's do 50, 50. And I know that's 75 kilometers, and that's not strictly what we're. That's not strictly how a city in that day and age worked, but it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Relax. That's right. Relax. Like, can we just nuclear? That would be kind of hilarious, wouldn't it? Hold on. So if I did 50-50, it does that. If I did 1-1-1, like this phasing is weird. So maybe we should just do that. Maybe not. Maybe not exactly that. Maybe this. What do you think? That? Actually, that's not bad. So this will be 100. So we'll do 5. Oh, we'll let yes. What am I saying? Of course, we'll let width determine how big a city is. So something like this, right? And say I have another city here. If I now set that width to 2, and actually hit the 2 button, then you can see the difference, right? Yeah. Good. So we'll do that. This shouldn't even have a no. What am I doing? What? I keep pressing the wrong button. It's true. Let's say that's 3, and so you can see that there are essentially 3 cities for A that are of utmost importance. You know, there's one here. We're actually going to put this one here, the capital. Should the capital have a special shape? Actually, you know what? That's a good idea. That's an excellent idea. Maybe the capital should be a star. And it's going to be 50-50 still. No, it can't be 50-50. It's got to be the center of that circle has to fit into here. So if I want the star to be that big, then that means I need the circle to be yay big. That looks more. Yeah. Actually, up there. Thing. What is that? That is 30 eggs. Excellent. Okay. And what is this? This is 75 bucks. Excellent. Okay. So we'll have that. That'll also be set to. Excuse me. This will be set to 5. Excellent. And the capital will be here. So it will be 30. There's going to be a trading port here in relation to the green trading port. Over here. 30. Oh, is this 5? How's that 5? 2. And then 3. 1. Just sitting up there to, you know, sort of like a bastion type idea. 3 cities, 4 cities. Let's give it another one. Let's give it another one here. Let's make this one 2. Yes. This goes away. Goes here. Just gonna change the color real quick. Excellent. Oh. This will be 20. Excellent. Okay. Actually, no, this will set it at 2. So there's a bigger red city. There's a smaller green one that's sort of like a trading post type thing at the end of the peninsula. The bigger city's here. And it's sort of, yeah, actually, how far away are these? 30. How long is that? Length 92. So that's 150 kilometers. That's fine. It's perfectly reasonable. Yeah. Okay. So this is a. Oh, what did I do to you? I'm so sorry. Um, excuse me? Okay. Yes, it is all my fault. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Take those three down here. We'll plop it in here. We'll give it the nice purple color. Excellent. It doesn't change the inside color, which is annoying. Actually, in that case, we don't even need an inside color, do we? No. We need not have it. That makes it a lot easier. Got all of those. We'll remove the fill. There we go. Excellent. And so D is monarchy D. We'll have the monarchy essentially be based right there. We'll have another big city here. One more over here. And sort of almost like a wild lands outpost over there. 0.5. That looks really sad. Middle of nowhere. Right. So essentially, actually, we'll put it here. Right. Remember, our whole claim was that, these were sort of Iron Age, late Iron Age, Classical Age type civilizations, and so if you're in the middle of a lake, like it's simply easier to choose to travel along the water, right? Because the water is much easier to travel on than something like the ground. So it stands to reason. It stands to reason that that they would use water and they would stay as close to water as possible. And I think that bears out mostly. Excuse me? Oh, because that's the fill. So this is city-state 1. Those, excellent. I know we're out of time, but we'll finish it actually. Because why not, right? Let's do democracy C. Change all of that. See, it's so much easier now that we can do this. Pseudo democracy C will have its capital here. It'll have one of its major cities on this side, one of its major cities here, because it does a lot of trading, right? So like, just because we have a merchant republic of sorts doesn't mean that kingdoms and open governments can't take advantage of it. So obviously they will. So this one I think we'll plop it here. Yes. Capital will be one of waters. It's lovely. Excellent. When do we actually get to the fun? I am sorry to disappoint. I'm not sure if there will ever be any fun in this for half of you. It's unfortunate. It is. Set this to. Well, maybe if you lot tried to appreciate the beauty that is humanity a little bit more, maybe I would be more inclined to or maybe you'll be more inclined to understand what I mean by fun, right? So what is this? This is Monarchy B, and obviously Monarchy B is quite well placed. It has a nice long coastline. Actually, what? 2 point. So like, you can see the point. Essentially, those along the coast tend to do very well, right? Because you simply have more access to resources. And the farther in, more inland you go, the more you need to depend on your local conditions to grow things. Whereas you can get really rich via trade in an inland sea, right? Especially because of this is an inland sea, and that makes it doubly important simply because it is quite, how do we say, um like the water is not going to be very rough at any time because there's not that much water, right? Like if you were in the ocean here, yeah, absolutely, right? Even in here, it's going to be pretty calm, but in here, it's definitely going to be very calm, right? So that's the idea. Yes. And so now we get to the last bit, the theocracy. I like that the theocracy is actually in black. That really gets the point across. There's one city there. There's one city here. And we did say that the theocracy itself was very much a more belligerent power, and I believe we'll essentially we'll see how that goes. Partially because, let's see, their climate is good, and they have no one in their back, right? Whereas, countries A and B have at least two fronts, three-ish if you include sort of the rare that they don't know what's happening over there, like, right? Because it's too far away from the capital, right? Like if you get to this mountain, this is farther than from the capital to its northern borders. Speaking of, let's move that back. Will we actually use units in this? Probably not at the rate this is going, because it's too. This is theater level, right? This is not even a strategy anymore. Like a strategic zone is sort of like, perhaps if we talk about this theater in that kind of attack pattern, right? Because this is 100 225 kilometers across, so that would be like a theater level. This would be a theater level. But if we're talking about like all of these all at the same time, that's probably not going to happen. Well, if you insist, if you insist, and because remember we said that the theocracy is a little bit more belligerent, so they have more cities than everyone else. They even have cities up here in the mountains, but why in the mountains? I don't know. Well, at least I don't know yet, but it does. No, I have a good idea of why they're in the mountains, but I just don't want to talk about it quite yet. Anyway, we are done for today. I know this game took me an hour to set up, but keep in mind, right? That means it literally is an hour, as opposed to like 5-10 hours of streams just to get it set up. No, I think we're doing quite well. So these are the big cities, obviously, and next time we're going to actually see them do something, right? We're going to see things like the belligerent theocracy. We're going to see things like a republic. We're going to see a collapse of a monarchy. That kind of interesting stuff. Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly. And so, I'm having fun. That's all that matters. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. In conclusion, please download Firefox. Please don't do Chrome. And I'm sorry to have wasted 39 minutes of your time today. Bye. Bye now.